What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is a decision, a choice to act, to grow, and to persevere? This isn't just another motivational talk, this is the moment where your transformation begins. Welcome to Motivation for Success, the channel that fuels your journey to greatness, where we don't just talk about success, we guide you to achieve it. Today, we're diving into a topic that changes lives, a lesson brought to you by the powerful words of Denzel Washington, an inspirational figure whose insights have inspired millions. Buckle up, because today, you're not just going to listen, you're going to learn, reflect, and take action. The power of risk, why playing small is not an option. Denzel Washington famously said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life less than the one you're capable of living." These words cut to the core of what it means to live boldly. They remind us that every time we choose the easy path, the comfortable routine, or the safe option, we're not just playing it small, we're choosing to limit the extraordinary potential within us. The truth is, playing small isn't a matter of ability, it's a decision driven by fear. Fear tells us to avoid the unknown, to cling to what feels familiar, even if it stifles our growth. Washington urges us to confront this fear head-on and embrace risk as the path to self-discovery and greatness. Failure is not your enemy, he emphasizes. Fear of failure is. This distinction is crucial. Failure, often seen as a setback, is actually a stepping stone. It's a necessary part of the journey toward achievement. But fear? Fear keeps you frozen, stuck in a loop of missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. Fear whispers, "Stay here, where it's safe," but safety often comes at the cost of growth. Drawing from his own life, Washington speaks candidly about the countless auditions he endured early in his career, auditions where rejection felt inevitable. He didn't get every role he wanted. In fact, he faced failure repeatedly. But instead of letting those setbacks define him, he used them as fuel. Each rejection taught him something new. Each failure sharpened his craft, toughened his resolve, and brought him closer to the success he dreamed of. His resilience in the face of failure wasn't just about persistence, it was about learning to fall forward. Falling forward means embracing failure as part of the process, not the end of it. Washington's journey illustrates a universal truth: the greatest risks lead to the greatest rewards. Think about it, if you never step out of your comfort zone, you'll never know what heights you're capable of reaching. The flight, the soaring success, the fulfillment of your dreams, only happens when you're willing to risk the fall. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What risks are you avoiding right now? Is it the career change you've been dreaming about? The business idea you've been too scared to start? The creative passion you've buried under the weight of, "What if it doesn't work?" Fear of failure convinces us to stay put, but the price of safety is steep. It costs us our dreams. It costs us the chance to live a life filled with purpose and passion. Washington challenges us to step outside the box, to break free from the constraints we've placed on ourselves. Your comfort zone might feel secure, but it's also limiting. Growth doesn't happen in the familiar, it happens in the unknown. The biggest breakthroughs, the most transformative experiences, live just beyond the edge of your comfort. Risk is not recklessness, it's calculated courage. It's looking at your dreams and deciding that they're worth pursuing, even if the path is uncertain. It's understanding that failure isn't a dead end, it's a detour that can lead you to something even better. Each time you face a risk, you grow stronger, more capable, and more resilient. Imagine what your life could look like if you let go of the fear holding you back. What opportunities could you seize? What talents could you develop? What dreams could you finally bring to life? Washington's words remind us that settling is not an option. Playing small doesn't just cheat the world of your potential, it cheats you of the joy and fulfillment that comes from living fully. So here's your challenge: take the risk. Let go of the illusion of safety and embrace the possibilities that come with stepping into the unknown. Falling forward isn't easy, but it's the only way to truly fly. Your potential is waiting, your dreams are calling, and your biggest breakthroughs are just outside your comfort zone. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to live boldly. The rewards are worth the risk. Why dreams without goals are just wishes? Dreams are the seeds of greatness, the sparks of inspiration that ignite our passion and ambition. But as Denzel Washington poignantly reminds us, dreams without goals are just dreams. Those fleeting sparks, no matter how bright or exciting, will fade unless nurtured. What transforms those sparks into a roaring fire that can illuminate your path to success? Goals. They are the foundation that turns ambition into reality. Goals act as your map, your compass, and your engine, driving you forward with purpose and determination. Think for a moment, without goals, you're drifting, hoping that success will somehow find its way to you. But life doesn't work that way. Success doesn't come by accident, it requires intention, focus, and effort. Dreams inspire, but goals provide direction. Without them, you're like a ship lost at sea, chasing shadows and indulging in wishful thinking instead of purposeful action. Washington's message is clear: dreams need structure and purpose, and goals provide just that. Yet not all goals are created equal. To truly transform your aspirations, your goals must be clear, specific, and actionable. Dreams are exciting and limitless, but they can be overwhelming without boundaries. Goals ground those dreams, bringing them into reality by breaking them into achievable steps. They create a roadmap that allows you to track progress and make adjustments when necessary. Without goals, even the boldest dreams remain distant fantasies. But simply setting goals isn't enough. Goals demand commitment, effort, and persistence. Washington often illustrates this point by referring to Reggie Jackson, one of baseball's greatest legends. Jackson holds the record for the most strikeouts in baseball history, yet he is celebrated for his home runs. Why? Because he never let failure define him. He kept stepping up to the plate, using every strikeout as a lesson to fuel his growth. This resilience embodies what it takes to achieve greatness, embracing failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. The journey to achieving your goals will not be smooth. Setbacks and obstacles are inevitable, but they're also opportunities to grow. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond to it. Every stumble is a chance to learn, adjust, and come back stronger. Washington's words challenge us to embrace the grind, to keep showing up and putting in the work, even when it's hard. Here's your challenge: write down your goals today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Procrastination is the enemy of progress, and every day you delay is a day you'll never get back. Writing down your goals is more than just a symbolic gesture, it's an act of commitment. It forces you to articulate what you want and take ownership of your journey. Be specific with your goals. Vague aspirations like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be healthier" lack direction. Instead, define success and health in measurable terms. For instance, "I want to start my own business within the next year," or "I want to lose 20 pounds in 6 months by exercising 3 times a week and eating balanced meals." Specificity clarifies your vision and makes it actionable. Goals must also be measurable. Progress is one of the greatest motivators, but you can't track what you can't measure. Identify milestones and benchmarks to assess your journey. Celebrate small victories, they're the fuel that keeps your momentum going. Each achievement, no matter how minor, is proof that you're moving forward. Actionability is equally critical. Break your goals into smaller steps, tackling them one at a time. Massive dreams can feel overwhelming, but when divided into manageable pieces, they become achievable. Focus on what you can do today, then tomorrow, and the day after. Progress accumulates over time, and those small, consistent efforts lead to big results. Washington's call to action is profound: chase your goals with the same urgency and determination as if your life depends on it, because it does. Time is your most valuable resource, and every day without progress is a missed opportunity. Imagine looking back on your life, not with pride in the risks you took and the goals you pursued, but with regret for the chances you let slip away. Don't let that become your reality. Resilience is at the core of this journey. It's not about avoiding difficulties but facing them head-on. When challenges arise, they test your resolve, forcing you to adapt and grow. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He didn't view those attempts as failures but as steps leading him closer to success. Imagine if he had given up on the 999th try, the world would literally be a darker place. Like Edison, your failures are not endings but beginnings. So, what's holding you back? Fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Washington emphasizes that fear is the real enemy, not failure itself. Failure teaches you what doesn't work, but fear convinces you not to try. Conquering fear means stepping outside your comfort zone, where the biggest breakthroughs happen. Every great achievement was born from taking a risk, from daring to try something new. Commit to your goals with unwavering persistence. Whether you dream of advancing your career, improving your health, creating art, or making a difference in your community, it all starts with clear goals and determined action. Protect your dreams from the distractions and doubts that threaten to derail them. Pursue them with relentless passion and purpose. Remember, the difference between a wish and a goal lies in the plan behind it and the effort you invest. Dreams without goals are fleeting, but dreams with goals have the power to change your life. They demand sacrifice, hard work, and resilience, but the rewards are worth every ounce of effort. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. There is no perfect moment. The time to act is now. Write down your goals. Commit to them. Take that first step today. As Washington's words remind us, the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to pursue them. Don't settle for mediocrity. Aim higher. Push harder. Never stop striving for greatness. Your dreams are waiting for you, but they won't wait forever. The life you envision, the success you desire, the impact you want to make, they're all within your reach if you're willing to act. Take responsibility for your potential. Stop wishing and start doing. The world needs what only you can offer. As you move forward, remember this: the journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Every challenge you overcome, every milestone you reach, brings you closer to the life you've imagined. Let your goals be your guide, your motivation, and your reason to keep going when the path gets tough. The time is now. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let your dreams remain sparks. Turn them into a fire that lights up your life. Take action today and transform your ambitions into achievements. Your best life is waiting, go claim it. Falling forward, the secret to building resilience. Here's an uncomfortable truth you need to embrace: failure isn't just a possibility, it's a certainty. At some point, you're going to stumble, fall, and face rejection. There will be moments when quitting feels like the easiest, even the most logical, option. But here's the twist: failure isn't your enemy. It's one of your greatest teachers. Denzel Washington, someone who knows this firsthand, once said, "Every failed experiment is one step closer to success." Those words carry the weight of experience and wisdom. Early in his career, Washington bombed his first Broadway audition. For many, such an experience might have been a defining moment of defeat. For Washington, it was a lesson, a challenge, and a stepping stone. Failure often feels like an ending, but Washington's perspective flips that narrative. He didn't retreat into fear or self-doubt, he leaned into the lessons that failure offered. He understood that every rejection and misstep wasn't a stop sign but a mile marker on the road to success. He saw failure as feedback, as an essential ingredient in growth. It's this mindset that allowed him to transform a painful setback into the foundation of a career that has inspired millions. Let's think about this on a broader scale. Consider Thomas Edison, a man who embodies the philosophy of falling forward. Edison failed more than 1,000 times while trying to invent the light bulb. Each failure wasn't a defeat, it was a discovery. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had stopped at attempt 999. The world would be a darker place, literally and figuratively. Edison didn't allow failure to define him, he used it to refine his process, to guide him toward the ultimate breakthrough. This is the essence of falling forward. It's not about pretending failure doesn't hurt or trying to sweep it under the rug. It's about facing it head-on, owning it, and choosing to learn from it. Failure is feedback. It's the world telling you that something needs to be adjusted, refined, or reimagined. The question is, how will you respond? Will you let failure knock you down for good, or will you use it to propel yourself forward? Each time you fail, you have an opportunity to ask yourself important questions. What went wrong? What can I learn? What can I do differently next time? These questions aren't just rhetorical, they're tools for growth. Failure isn't a judgment of your worth or potential, it's a signal that there's still more to discover and improve. But failure does more than teach, it strengthens. It's like a refining fire that burns away weakness and complacency. Every setback forces you to confront your fears, challenge your limits, and develop the resilience that true success demands. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build through struggle. Think of failure as a gym for your character, a place where your determination and perseverance are tested and strengthened. Washington's philosophy reminds us that failure isn't a punishment, it's preparation. It's shaping you for the challenges ahead. Each rejection, each mistake, and each setback equips you with the tools and the tenacity to face bigger opportunities. Without failure, there's no growth. Without struggle, there's no progress. The process is uncomfortable. Growth always is. Success isn't supposed to come easily. It's forged in the moments when you want to quit but choose to keep going. It's built in the times when the odds seem stacked against you, but you decide to push forward anyway. Each failure you face is a moment of transformation, a chance to rise stronger, smarter, and more determined. The next time failure rears its head, resist the urge to shrink back. Don't let it define you. Instead, let it shape you. Analyze what went wrong. Adjust your strategy. Step back up to the plate with renewed focus and determination. Remember, failure isn't the end of the road, it's the beginning of a new path. It's the tool that sharpens your edge, the forge that tempers your spirit, and the lesson that prepares you for what's next. Falling forward isn't just a mindset, it's a way of life. It's about reframing failure as an essential step on the journey to greatness. It's about finding courage in the face of setbacks and understanding that each stumble brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Success isn't linear. It's a messy, winding road filled with detours, dead ends, and unexpected challenges. But every step, even the missteps, is part of the process. Think about the greatest achievers in history. They didn't avoid failure, they embraced it. They understood that each no brought them closer to a yes. They saw every rejection as a chance to grow and improve. They didn't allow fear to paralyze them because they knew that the greatest risks lead to the greatest rewards. Washington, Edison, and countless others didn't just fall forward, they soared because of it. Imagine where you could be if you adopted this mindset. What goals could you achieve? What dreams could you bring to life? What limits could you shatter? The only thing standing between you and your potential is how you choose to respond to failure. So, what will you choose? Will you let failure stop you in your tracks, or will you let it propel you forward? Will you allow fear to dictate your actions, or will you take risks, knowing that each stumble is a step closer to success? Falling forward requires courage. It requires resilience. But most importantly, it requires belief, in yourself, in your vision, and in the process. Success is waiting for you. It's on the other side of every obstacle, every rejection, and every failed attempt. But you have to be willing to face those challenges head-on. You have to be willing to fall, learn, and get back up. You have to be willing to embrace the discomfort of growth. Washington's story and philosophy aren't just inspirational, they're a blueprint. They show us that failure isn't something to fear but something to embrace. It's a tool, a teacher, and a stepping stone. It's a reminder that progress is built on persistence and that every setback carries the seed of a comeback. So the next time failure comes knocking, don't shrink away. Stand tall. Face it. Learn from it. And fall forward, knowing that every step, no matter how difficult, is bringing you closer to the success you're destined for. Your greatest achievements are waiting, let failure guide you there. Stop playing it safe, life rewards the brave. Denzel Washington delivers a powerful truth: safety, as comforting as it may seem, is a trap. The comfort zone lulls us into complacency, offering a false sense of security while slowly suffocating the dreams we once held dear. As he famously said, "You have to do something you've never done to get something you've never had." Those words challenge us to face an uncomfortable reality: success isn't waiting for us in the shadows of routine and safety. It's found in the light of bold action, in stepping into the unknown with courage and intent. Success doesn't favor the passive observer. It belongs to the bold, the brave, and the intentional. But let's be clear, this isn't about recklessness or jumping into the void without preparation. Boldness is about deliberate, purposeful action. It's about understanding your worth and aligning your choices with the life you want to build. Knowing your worth is a cornerstone of success. It means recognizing that your time, energy, and dreams are valuable, and they deserve to be treated as such. This recognition empowers you to set boundaries, to protect your vision, and to focus on what truly matters. Letting go of the fear of judgment is equally essential. Too often, we allow the opinions of others to dictate the course of our lives. The fear of criticism, rejection, or ridicule can become paralyzing, keeping us trapped in mediocrity. But here's the hard truth: those who judge you from the sidelines aren't living your life. The only opinions that matter are those that push you forward, that challenge you to grow, and that encourage you to aim higher. Ask yourself a question that demands an honest answer: are you truly living, or are you merely existing? It's a question that cuts deep because it forces us to confront whether we're making the most of this one precious life. Life isn't a dress rehearsal. There are no second takes. Every day you spend playing small, choosing safety over challenge, waiting for the perfect moment, is a day wasted. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It's a convenient illusion we cling to when fear whispers that we're not ready. But readiness doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. The truth is, every moment spent inside your comfort zone is a missed opportunity for growth. The comfort zone may feel like a warm embrace, but it's deceptive. It stifles potential, dulls ambition, and leaves you wondering what could have been. Growth, on the other hand, is born in discomfort. It's in stepping into the unknown, confronting uncertainty, and embracing challenges that you discover your true strength. That's where transformation begins. Denzel's words are a wake-up call: success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who act boldly. To act boldly means to acknowledge your fears but not be ruled by them. It means taking calculated risks, understanding that failure is not the end but a stepping stone toward success. Each bold step you take builds momentum, moving you closer to the life you envision. Consider the cost of inaction. Every day spent hesitating, every opportunity passed over, is a day you'll never get back. Time is the one resource you can never replenish, and its value increases with every passing moment. Imagine looking back years from now, realizing that fear robbed you of experiences, achievements, and joy. Is that the story you want to tell? Or do you want to look back and see a life lived fully, boldly, and unapologetically? The decision to step outside your comfort zone is one of the most important choices you'll ever make. It requires courage, yes, but also commitment. Commit to taking the first step, however small it may seem. Action, even imperfect action, is what propels you forward. It's what turns dreams into goals and goals into achievements. And with each step, you'll find your confidence growing, your resilience strengthening, and your vision expanding. Life's greatest rewards lie beyond the boundaries of what's familiar. The comfort zone may whisper that you're safe, but safety isn't the same as fulfillment. Fulfillment comes from growth, from pushing past limitations, and from daring to pursue your dreams. It's about showing up for yourself, day after day, even when the path is uncertain. So take a moment right now to reflect on your life. Are you living in alignment with your dreams and potential? Or are you allowing fear to hold you back? Break free from the illusion of safety. The comfort zone isn't your friend, it's a barrier standing between you and the life you're capable of living. Step into the discomfort, embrace the challenges, and take bold, deliberate action. The time to act is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when the stars align. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment lost. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect conditions, it's about creating them. It's about taking the reins of your life and steering it in the direction you want to go. Denzel's message is clear: the world doesn't need more people playing small. It needs individuals willing to take risks, to dream big, and to act with intention. Your life is a gift, and what you do with it is your gift back to the world. Don't let fear keep you from sharing your light, your talents, and your greatness. The journey to success begins with a single, courageous step. Take it. Your future self will thank you. The danger of regret, a lesson from the graveyard. Imagine this haunting scenario: you're lying on your deathbed, surrounded not by loved ones, but by ghosts. These aren't the spirits of departed friends or family, they are the ghosts of your unfulfilled potential. Each one represents a dream you let slip away, a talent you left dormant, or an opportunity you never seized. Their faces are heavy with disappointment as they address you, saying, "We came to you because you were the one who could bring us to life. But now, because of fear, doubt, and hesitation, we have no choice but to go to the grave with you." This vivid image, shared by Denzel Washington, is not just a metaphor. It's a stark and powerful wake-up call. It forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth: regret is more than a fleeting emotion. It's a weight that can haunt you for the rest of your life. Missed opportunities don't vanish, they linger in the corners of your mind, growing heavier with time. Every risk you were too afraid to take, every passion you ignored, every moment you hesitated becomes a chain that binds your soul. Let that reality sink in. Regret is not about the failures you faced, it's about the chances you were too afraid to take. It's the silent what-ifs that echo in your mind. It's the projects you abandoned, the ideas you dismissed, and the relationships you never nurtured. While failure teaches and shapes us, inaction robs us of the chance to learn, grow, and create. And that is the greatest tragedy of all. Washington's story serves as a call to action. He reminds us that our potential is not a static thing, it's a living, breathing force within us, waiting to be realized. But potential on its own isn't enough. It must be used, nurtured, and acted upon. Think of potential as a gift, a unique spark that only you possess. If left unopened, it holds no value. But when unleashed, it has the power to change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Here's the truth: untapped potential is wasted potential, and wasted potential is the ultimate betrayal of the gifts you've been given. Your life isn't just about existing, it's about creating something meaningful, something that outlasts you. The purpose of your potential isn't to serve only you, it's to inspire others, to contribute to the world, and to leave a legacy that resonates long after you're gone. Imagine reversing the scene Washington paints. Picture yourself on your deathbed, surrounded by those same ghosts. But instead of disappointment, their faces radiate gratitude. They look at you in awe and say, "Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for setting us free." This is the legacy of someone who has truly lived, someone who chose to act despite fear, who pursued their dreams relentlessly, and who embraced every ounce of their potential. But how do you make that a reality? The answer lies in how you live today. Every decision you make, every step you take, shapes the story of your life. Living boldly doesn't mean being fearless, it means acting despite your fears. It's about acknowledging the uncertainty and taking the leap anyway. Fear and doubt will always be there, whispering in your ear, but courage is choosing to move forward in their presence. Stepping outside your comfort zone is the key to unlocking your potential. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. Every challenge you embrace, every risk you take, brings you closer to a life where regret has no place. You have to silence the voice that tells you to wait for the perfect time, because that time doesn't exist. The time is now. The choice is yours. Think about the legacy you want to leave. What do you want people to say about you? More importantly, how do you want to feel when you look back on your life? Your potential isn't just for you, it's for the people who look up to you, the lives you touch, and the world that needs your unique gifts. Whether it's your talent, your passion, or your voice, you have something to offer that no one else can. Don't let fear rob the world of what only you can give. Ask yourself these questions. What dreams have you buried under fear and doubt? What talents are sitting idle, waiting for you to unleash them? What opportunities have you overlooked because you were too focused on the risks instead of the rewards? Now, ask yourself why. Why are you holding back? What are you waiting for? The truth is, every moment you delay is a moment you can never reclaim. It's time to act. It's time to choose courage over fear, growth over safety, and purpose over complacency. Washington's challenge is simple yet profound: don't waste your gifts. Use them. Live so fully, so boldly, that when your time comes, you won't have a single regret. You'll look back on a life rich with purpose, passion, and impact. The world is waiting for you. It's waiting for your ideas, your creativity, your voice, and your unique perspective. Don't let fear, doubt, or hesitation rob you of the extraordinary life you're capable of living. Start now. Take that first step, no matter how small. Write down your goals. Take risks. Fail forward. The only way to unlock your potential is to use it. When you choose to act, you're not just shaping your own future, you're inspiring others to do the same. Your courage has a ripple effect. It shows others what's possible when you refuse to let fear win. It reminds them that their potential is also within reach, waiting to be claimed. So, what will it be? Will you let fear dictate your story, or will you take control of the narrative? Will you allow your dreams to wither away, or will you nurture them into reality? The choice is yours. The time is now. Don't wait for life to happen to you, make life happen because of you. When your time comes, may you be surrounded not by the ghosts of unfulfilled potential, but by the fulfilled dreams that stand as a testament to your courage and determination. Live boldly. Act fearlessly. And create a legacy that outlives you. Because the greatest tragedy isn't failure, it's the life you never dared to live. The gift of service, your talent is not just for you. Denzel Washington reminds us of a profound truth: the greatest measure of success isn't in what you achieve, but in what you give. What are you going to do with what you have? He challenges. This question isn't rhetorical, it's a call to action, a reminder that your time, talent, and treasure are not just gifts for your benefit. They are tools to uplift, inspire, and create meaningful change in the lives of others. The world is hungry. It's hungry for hope, for compassion, for leaders who are willing to step up and use their resources to make a difference. Washington emphasizes that true greatness isn't about personal accolades or the size of your bank account, it's about the legacy you leave behind. Greatness is about taking what you've been blessed with, be it knowledge, skills, or financial success, and using it to open doors for others. It's about creating opportunities where none existed, about being a bridge when so many are building walls. Think about the talents you've been given. Are you holding them tightly, keeping them for yourself, or are you sharing them generously? Every skill you have, every opportunity you've earned, holds the potential to lift someone else up. Perhaps it's mentoring someone who needs guidance, volunteering your time to a cause that matters, or simply showing kindness in a world that can often feel harsh. These acts of giving, no matter how small, have the power to transform lives. Washington's perspective on giving challenges us to reflect on the ripple effect of our actions. Imagine leaving every person you encounter better than you found them. What would that look like? It could be as simple as offering words of encouragement, as impactful as sharing your expertise, or as profound as helping someone believe in themselves when they've lost hope. True success isn't measured by what you take but by what you leave behind. In giving, you also grow. Generosity doesn't diminish you, it expands you. It deepens your empathy, broadens your perspective, and enriches your own sense of purpose. The act of giving transforms both the giver and the receiver. It reminds you that life is bigger than your own ambitions and that the most enduring success is one that creates a legacy of upliftment. Ask yourself, how are you using your talents? Are you focused solely on building your own empire, or are you creating opportunities for others to rise alongside you? Greatness isn't about standing at the top alone, it's about bringing others with you, showing them the path, and inspiring them to walk it. This isn't about grand gestures or waiting until you've made it. Start where you are, with what you have. Your words, your time, your attention, these are all gifts that can create change. Make generosity your mission. Give not for recognition, but because it's the right thing to do. When you focus on leaving every person better than you found them, you create a legacy that far outlasts your individual success. That's the essence of true greatness. It's not in how high you climb but in how many others you lift along the way. The question remains, what are you going to do with what you have? Failure is a map, let it guide you. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of something greater. Denzel Washington's life is a testament to this truth. He didn't emerge as a Hollywood legend overnight. He started as a young man navigating the uncertainties of life, facing obstacles and setbacks that could have easily derailed him. From struggling through courses in college to being gently nudged out of his university due to poor grades, Washington's path was far from linear or easy. But here's the key, he didn't let failure define him. Instead, he turned failure into fuel. Every setback became a stepping stone. Every rejection sharpened his resolve. Washington refused to let his mistakes or missteps hold him back. He chose to learn, to adapt, and to grow. He understood that failure is not a verdict on your potential but a teacher guiding you toward your true purpose. This is the mindset you need. Stop seeing failure as a wall blocking your path and start seeing it as a door to a better route. Every time you fail, you're given a choice, to let it defeat you or to let it educate you. Failure isn't a dead end, it's a detour, redirecting you to a path more aligned with your purpose. It's life's way of saying, there's something better waiting for you, but you need to adjust your course. Think about the last time you faced a setback. Did you let it discourage you, or did you dig deeper to find the lesson hidden within? The truth is, every failure carries wisdom. It teaches resilience, sharpens your skills, and builds the character you need to handle success when it finally arrives. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about what you do when it happens. Washington's story reminds us that failure is universal. Everyone stumbles, but the difference lies in how we respond. He didn't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" He asked, "What can I learn from this?" And that's what you need to do. The next time life knocks you down, resist the urge to wallow in self-pity. Instead, ask yourself, what's the lesson here? Then take that lesson, apply it, and rise stronger. Failure is not a reflection of your worth, it's proof that you're trying. It's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, pushing boundaries, and striving for something greater. The greatest successes in life are often built on the foundation of repeated failures. Thomas Edison famously failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. What if he had stopped at failure number 999? The world would be a darker place, literally. Your failures don't define you, your response to them does. The world isn't looking for people who never fall, it's looking for those who rise again, who take their failures and transform them into stepping stones toward greatness. Remember, failure isn't final unless you quit. Every time you fall, you're closer to finding your way. So, embrace failure. Use it as a mirror to reflect on what went wrong and as a map to navigate toward what's right. When you view failure as a teacher rather than a sentence, you'll realize it's one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. The next time you face a setback, don't see it as the end of the road. Instead, see it as a new chapter, a chance to rewrite your story with lessons learned and a renewed determination to succeed. Failure isn't your enemy, fear of failure is. Conquer that fear, and you'll discover that failure is nothing more than a stepping stone to your ultimate success. Faith, the ultimate game changer. Washington attributes a significant portion of his success to faith, not just faith in himself but in something greater than himself. He often reflects on a life-changing moment from his youth when a stranger approached him in his mother's beauty shop. This woman, someone Washington didn't know, looked him in the eye and prophesied that he would travel the world and inspire millions. At the time, he didn't fully grasp the magnitude of her words. But instead of dismissing them, he chose to trust the process. He allowed that moment to fuel his belief in his future, even when the path ahead was unclear. Faith, as Washington sees it, isn't confined to religion or a specific doctrine, it's much broader. Faith is the quiet confidence in the unseen, the belief in possibilities that aren't yet visible. It's trusting that the steps you take, even the hesitant and uncertain ones, are guiding you toward a greater purpose. Faith doesn't eliminate fear or doubt, but it empowers you to act despite them, to keep moving forward when the finish line is still out of sight. This kind of faith is essential, especially when chasing dreams that seem impossible or overwhelming. Washington reminds us that faith acts as the bridge between where you are and where you're destined to be. It doesn't mean you'll always understand every twist and turn of the journey, but it assures you that each step, even the missteps, is part of the bigger picture. Consider this: how many times have you hesitated because the outcome wasn't guaranteed? How often have you stopped yourself from starting something new because you couldn't see how it would end? Faith challenges that mindset. It says, take the leap, and trust that the net will appear. It's not blind optimism, it's a grounded belief that even setbacks are steps forward in disguise. Washington's story underscores that faith isn't about having all the answers, it's about trusting the questions. It's believing in your potential when no one else sees it. It's stepping into opportunities even when you feel unprepared because you trust that you'll grow into the role. Faith turns fear into fuel, doubt into determination, and uncertainty into a playground for growth. This kind of trust doesn't come easily. It requires practice, patience, and persistence. Faith doesn't mean the absence of challenges, it means facing those challenges with the conviction that they are shaping you for something greater. Washington himself has faced countless moments of doubt, rejection, and uncertainty, yet his faith never wavered. He believed that each hurdle was preparing him for the next stage of his journey. Faith also teaches resilience. When setbacks come, it's easy to question your path or abandon your dreams altogether. But faith reminds you that the story isn't over. It urges you to see every closed door as a redirection rather than a rejection. It encourages you to press forward, trusting that what's meant for you will find its way, as long as you don't give up. So, how can you cultivate this kind of faith in your own life? Start by listening to the quiet voice within you, the one that whispers of possibilities even when the noise around you screams otherwise. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, those who remind you of your potential when your own faith falters. And most importantly, take action. Faith without action is hollow. Every step you take, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in yourself and in the process. Washington's journey is a powerful testament to the transformative power of faith. He didn't always know where his path would lead, but he trusted it. He didn't have all the answers, but he acted anyway. His story reminds us that faith isn't about certainty, it's about courage. It's about daring to believe in the unseen and trusting that every effort, every risk, every failure is part of a grander design. In your own life, embrace this mindset. Trust the process, even when it feels messy or unclear. Believe in your potential, even when the world seems indifferent to it. And most importantly, take the next step, no matter how daunting it feels. Faith isn't about seeing the entire staircase, it's about taking the first step, trusting that the rest will reveal itself as you climb. You've heard the stories. You've absorbed the lessons. Now it's your turn. The world doesn't need another bystander, it needs leaders, creators, and dreamers who are willing to risk it all for something greater. What will you do today to step into your greatness? Write down one goal, take one risk, or make one change. Start small if you must, but start. Because every action, no matter how small, is a step toward your destiny. Thank you for joining us today on Motivation for Success, where we challenge you to think bigger, act bolder, and live fuller. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiration that fuels your journey to success. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep striving for greatness and remember, your future is too bright to be held back by fear. Let go, rise up, and make your mark.